Hello and how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest gaming news, rumors, and speculation, and today we are finally leaving Speculation Town, at least for a brief vacation into some more confirmed territory over at Bethesda Game Studios, as Bethesda summoned Todd Howard from his very own plane of existence briefly to give us a bit more confirmed information regarding Starfield. I plan on breaking all this down in today's video, as well as giving you my thoughts on what all this could mean for not only Starfield, but also the Elder Scrolls 6 as well, because as always, I plan on smuggling some of this confirmed information back into Speculation Town, so we can wonder what else this could mean, while totally not doing any skooma at all, I promise. But all skooma aside, but still always near us because it is very dear to us, we just got some new confirmed Starfield information from our very own favorite Daedric Lord Todd Howard. This information came to us from the Tokyo Game Show 2021 livestream that took place on September 30th, at about 28 minutes and 42 seconds in, most likely because 42 seconds is truly the answer to all questions in the universe, including Starfield ones. Mr. Todd McHoward 3000 said the following things using his face.
Hi to everyone there in Japan. We're here at Bethesda Game Studios. First, I want to thank you all for your support over the years of our games, Elder Scrolls series, Skyrim, the Fallout series, and next year we have our first new gaming universe in over 25 years coming out with Starfield, a game we've dreamt of playing. It's an epic role-playing game where you'll answer our greatest mysteries. And happy to tell you all that yes, it's going to be fully translated and voiced in Japanese. It's our largest translation ever, over 300 actors and over 150,000 lines of dialogue. Can't wait for you all to play it. Thanks for everything.
That's right, everybody. Todd Howard just confirmed 16 times the dialogue in Starfield, as well as Japanese localization and translation station for the game, which is totally amazing, as Xbox needs to keep expanding their presence in Japan. And this is also amazing as it allows our gamer friends over in Japan to better experience Starfield. But let's break down what Todd Howard said here in regards to the game itself. First off, after Redfall Hentai in the Night,
返済がないの。返済がないの。
Sorry, that's just what that sounds like to me for some reason. But anyway, after that, we got Todd Howard over there at Bethesda Game Studios.
We're here at Bethesda Game Studios,
saying some stuff and saying some things. And after Todd specifically refers to Skyrim as now being a sentient thing beyond the Elder Scrolls for some reason,
Elder Scrolls series, Skyrim,
he gets into Starfield, stating once again that it's a game that both himself and several others at Bethesda Game Studios have dreamt of not only making, but also playing for years now. He further states that Starfield is an epic role-playing game, as apparently it's got a level of epicness to it, and no doubt Bethesda has been very transparent about how big and epic this game supposedly is. Furthermore, Todd Howard states that they'll be answering some of the biggest mysteries and questions of the universe and humanity in this game, which to me could mean a great deal of things and possible questions, such as where did we come from? Are we alone in the universe? Can I bang Alien Girl? When? And any number of questions like these could very well be what Todd Howard is referring to, and has been referring to regarding Starfield for a bit now, because this kind of thing was also the main narrative topic of the Starfield E3 2021 trailer, with the narrator also saying that whatever the main player character found is some kind of key to unlocking the answers to these very same questions. It's very likely that many space mysteries will be explored and theoretically answered by Todd Howard and friend Elon in the space adventures that await us in Field Star. And lastly, and most of coursely, the thing that many people have been what 9,000 over since this little Todd Earth appearance was that Starfield will have more lines of voiced dialogue than any other Bethesda Game Studios game to date, with over 150,000 unique lines of dialogue. For reference, Fallout 4 had 110,000 lines of dialogue, and Skyrim 60,000. So the worrisome days of Oblivion are over, where the same lady voices like 40% of the game world's NPCs. Instead, Starfield will be full of dialogue, which actually leads us back into that speculation territory, as I can make some pretty solid takes based on what all this could mean. First of all, clearly Starfield has plenty of NPCs, at least as many as Skyrim, if not more, which is most likely the case. If not, then the few NPCs that are in the game would definitely have plenty to say, but I think this means that the game will have plenty of NPCs, and furthermore, I believe this might be a sign of a voiced protagonist, meaning a voiced player character, which again is what we saw in Fallout 4. Some people love this, some people hated it, claiming it made the game less immersive, but either way, don't start flailing around your worrying tubes quite yet, as whether or not the main player character in Starfield is voiced has yet to be fully determined. I'm just saying, with more lines of dialogue than Fallout 4, a game that did feature a voiced protagonist, statistically it is possible for Starfield to again have a voiced main character as well. Only time will tell one way or another though. We most likely won't find out the actual real answer to this question until E3 2022, when Todd Howard gets back on stage with his space-themed leather jacket this time, and friend Elon in a Tesla spacesuit. Well, all this is indeed possible. Instead, what I take away from this statement as perhaps being the most confirmable piece of speculative information is that Starfield will have the most aware and responsive world yet, meaning for once the NPCs in the game world will take true notice of the player's choices, accomplishments, titles, and more. Finally, the days of being a mythical dragon slayer from legends of old and being totally ignored and even insulted by the populace are over. We don't have to prove ourselves anymore if we're actually a legendary dragon slayer. Yay! Instead, with so much more dialogue, it seems evident that Starfield's NPCs have a lot to say, most of all which no doubt would reflect upon the events of the game world and likely the choices and decisions of the player. So even if the main player character ends up being voiced and you don't like that, don't worry, as Starfield could very well have the most immersive and believable game world ever, as the NPCs themselves can feel more alive than they ever have before, reacting and giving their opinions on everything that goes on around them, which hopefully isn't going to be annoying, but either way, a lot of dialogue, if it's legit, probably can't be annoying unless the NPC is just annoying, and that's when you make them no longer an NPC. So while we may miss the NPC conversations of Bethesda's past,
I have no more to say to you. There's no need to be that way. Goodbye. What is it? What is it now?
instead, I say this one very line of dialogue from Todd Howard's NPC concerning dialogue is actually a very good sign for the future of Bethesda Game Studios as a whole, as it shows clear evidence that they are paying particular attention to that immersion factor we all crave, and if they are willing to go as far as overhauling the dialogue for Starfield's immersion, it makes me wonder what else they could be doing as well for that immersion factor. And remember, expect this level and more in The Elder Scrolls 6, as no doubt Bethesda will take everything they've done in Starfield and expand it even further for the future of the Elder Scrolls franchise, and even Fallout 5, if the game actually happens before a real-life apocalypse. But either way, that finishes up everything I wanted to talk about in today's video. Let me know what you think about all this, and let me know what you think all this dialogue could mean for Bethesda's future down in the comments below. And as always, be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. It helps the channel out a lot. And if you don't enjoy it, give it a thumbs down, I guess. And subscribe if you want to stay in the know when it comes to the latest gaming news like this, which of course is another great way to help the channel. And finally, share the video, because sharing content is the best way to help grow a channel and a community. And lastly, which I guess is after finally, if you want to go above and beyond to support the channel and the community, you can support the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. You will get a permanent future video shout out. That's right, the video shout out list is coming back, so if you've supported the channel in the past, you will get added to this list. But if you haven't, support the channel now to get added to a list at the end of every single one of my videos for a permanent future video shout out. Links for all this and more are down in the description below, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time, when I guess I could say hype is assuming direct control again. It's been a minute, hasn't it? I have to limit myself.
It just works.